Hey Libra, this is Zahara Stars with Illum Astrology giving you your February 2018 astro weather forecast. There's a lot going on this month. The lunar eclipse that occurred in Leo will be really kicking in this month because it happened on the 31st. We got a solar eclipse in the sign of Aquarius happening on the 15th. Venus moves into Pisces on the 10th. We still got some planets trailing off in the sign of Aquarius, your sister sign. This is also the last month in which all the planets will be direct, because beginning next month, we're going to enter retrograde mania that I've been speaking about. I'd like you to please listen to my general February 2018 weather forecast for all of the information on the retrograde planets and also more in detail about the eclipses and this eclipse season that we're in. You'll find it very relevant to what I'm about to say now or in addition to this. So please do check that out. So Libra, the lunar eclipse that happened in Leo happened in your 11th house of friends, and this is fantastic because it's going to open up the floodgates on your social life. Libras are always awesome with socializing. You guys are diplomatic, ruled by Venus. You know how to listen to another's opinion. You're always willing to find the balance in situations. So having this lunar eclipse on an emotional level in the area of your 11th house of friends, groups, associations, philanthropic endeavors, anything that has to do with the people as a whole, tells me that you guys are going to be expanding your networks. Now, those of you that are working for yourself, you can definitely see some expanding going on in your networks there. You can find benefits from friends. Some of you may actually close the door on a friend that hasn't really been a great friend to you, or some friends, or you might be changing the group of people that you decide to hang around with. Eclipses end things that are holding us back, or people that are holding us back, especially in the 11th house of friends, can put closure to that and then open up new doors for you to make better associations with people in the future. So there's a lot of activity that's going to be kicking in this month since the lunar eclipse happened on the 31st of January. February, you're really starting to feel all this, and you're going to start seeing that your network of friends and groups and your place in the world is going to start seeing a lot of activity. When the eclipse happens in a house, activity kicks up in that house, and that becomes kind of like your focus. So the solar eclipse, excuse me as I stutter, the solar eclipse that's happening on the 15th of this month in the sign of Aquarius is happening in your 5th house, which is opposite of your 11th house of friends. So this is awesome too, because the 5th house is our creative self-expression. It's fun, it's leisure, it's games, it's play, it's acting, it's self-expression. It's you really feeling like you want to step out of the norm of what you've been doing or how you've been. You feel more courageous. It's an awesome house because it's the only fun house we have in our horoscopes. So it's the house that's ruled by Leo. And it also rules over love and romance. And it's a known house to find a love partner, a romantic partner when transits happen there. When an eclipse happens there, two things happen. One is you reevaluate your love interest, depending upon where you are in that. If you're in a relationship, you might reevaluate the relationship. If the relationship is no good for you, it can come to an end. Eclipses are about endings and new beginnings. You can decide that, hey, this isn't working for me anymore. This isn't what I really want. If you're trying to make a decision between multiple people, you likely will. If you're looking for love, then hey, this house is going to be activated. There's going to be a lot of activity. But what I really see for the month of February as a result of these lunar eclipse and then the solar eclipse that's happening on the 15th is a lot of fun activity and socialization. So you guys are going to be having a lot of fun. You're going to be in the spotlight as far as, what your friends think of you, being invited to parties, social events, gatherings. Any of you that are in acting or involved in acting, you can see a lot of new opportunities coming to you with with this solar eclipse in Aquarius, because I've always find that a lot of actors have planets within the 5th house, but it's all about self-expression. It's ruled by Leo. They're the star of the show. Aquarius and Leo are being hit by these eclipses right now, but these are impacting for you, specifically for you, your 11th house of friends and your 5th house of self-expression, creativity, love, and romance. So those of you looking for a partner are likely to find one within the next few months. Definitely when this house is activated. There's a lot going on. You have Jupiter been transiting, you lucky ducks, your 2nd house of earned income. This means that you've definitely been seeing some increase in your earned income, or you can have many new opportunities to earn new income. You could start a new business, start something new with Jupiter transiting here. Anything that, Jupiter is about abundance and luck, so he will definitely expand that house, and that's your earned income and the money that you make. So this can come through many different forms in terms of finding a new job, in terms of starting a business, in terms of reevaluating your finances, even just getting money, just people giving you money. It's the house of acquisition, which you acquire, which you buy. So you're going to be feeling really good, and it adds to your self-esteem when you start seeing the results of what your work that you put in and the efforts that you put in. Mars has been transiting your 3rd house, and this goes in hand with what I've been seeing here with a really active month. The 3rd house is local travel, communicating, writing, talking, texting, emailing, technology, any of those things. So having Mars transit this house, you're putting a lot of effort into that. A lot of you could be like typing a lot, writing a lot, traveling a lot, communicating a lot, really speaking your mind more directly. Mars is pure energy. It's action. So there's a lot of activity going on in your social houses, along with communicating, along with your earned income, money, and finances. It just looks like a really awesome, active month for you. Now, it might be slowing down just a tiny bit on the 10th of February when Venus changes signs from Aquarius, the social sign that rules the 11th house, of where the eclipse, the lunar eclipse happened. So again, this is all just adding to the busyness, the fun, the activity, the socializing, and all that stuff. But when Venus moves into Pisces on the 10th, Pisces is the sign of compassion, sensitivity, nostalgia, romance, all that stuff. So Valentine's Day is definitely going to be a romantic day for those of you that are involved with somebody. It's going to be a wonderful romantic day. The most romantic day of the month, however, actually there's 2 that I can see kind of offhand, but there's actually the whole month after the 10th is going to be very romantic, because once Venus moves into Pisces, that's just the way it is. But so Venus moves into Pisces on the 10th, but it's going to conjunct Neptune, which is also in Pisces. And that day is the 21st of February, which is an awesome day to set a romantic endeavor, or to spend time with your loved one, or to even to find a lover. And the other day that's going to be passionate, a little bit more passionate, is the 27th of February, because that's when Venus in Pisces will sextile Pluto. And we all know that Pluto is just sexy. So this is going to be 2 of the awesome days. You do have Pluto transiting your 4th house. A lot of changes have been going on there since Saturn moved into Capricorn. That's also in your 4th house. So there can be restructuring in your home. There can be work that needs to be done in the home. Some of you can move. Some of you can go visit childhood memories. Some of you can go, go back to any type of early childhood events, running into people from early childhood, all that stuff. Saturn's going to restructure the 4th house of home. Some of you can spend more time with family. Some of you can be experienced because Saturn is blockages and restrictions, and he slows things down. So there can be issues within the home that need to be worked on, but Saturn only points out the weakest links and nothing more. So if there's nothing wrong, there's nothing there to break, there's nothing there to cause problems with, Saturn can't do it. It's just if there's, he points out the weakest links. So if there's issues within the family, they need to be fixed. They need to be worked on with Saturn going through there. Some of you can move. Some of you can expand and move into a new place. There's a lot of things going on in the 4th house with Pluto and both Saturn there for you guys. So there's basically overall for February, it's going to be very, very active. You're going to be very social. And, when Venus moves into Pisces, there's going to be good times at work for those of you that are working with other employees. The sixth house rules over our day-to-day chores, our activities, our routines. So you can find pleasantries there in your work environment, getting along well with your coworkers, definitely. Also, it's really good for working out, starting a new diet. Venus in the sixth house tends to make us a little more particular, so you can start to notice that lint on your sweater that's bothersome, because Venus rules the things that we appreciate, that we like, or that we attract. You can become more particular in your tastes. You guys have great taste anyway because that's your ruling planet. So overall, I see it being a fantastic month. Like I said earlier, please check the February 2018 general forecast for a lot more information with regards to the transits that are happening, along with the retrograde periods coming up and the eclipses. But otherwise, I thank you for joining me, and please do check back for March 2018 forecast. If you like this and found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for all my latest. And that should just about do it. Wishing you all a great 2018, and I'll talk to you soon.